Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? And it's your favorite homegirl, Chanel. Welcome back to another episode of Sex, Love, and Vibes. Hey, y'all. Hey. Y'all, let's get into it. Let's get into it. I missed y'all. Oh, let me just go ahead and put out this is season 2, episode 2. All fucking ready. If you missed last episode, I had rap artist Cardiac the Pulse on here. Dope as hell. The vibes was good as fuck. Music as always was dope. And it was fun. It was definitely fun. So if you didn't tune in to catch that interview, you need to go ahead and check that out. All right. So as you can all see, like this is something different. Usually when I'm on here, I have a guest on the show and I'm interviewing them and stuff like that. Well, I'm doing something a little different tonight for you guys. This episode will be very personal for me to y'all. Yeah, that's what I want to say. So I'm super excited. Before like we get into the topic, I know I've been promoting it all on social media. So if you follow me on my Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever, I've been promoting it. I've actually recently got hacked on my Twitter page, so y'all gotta give me a little time with that one. But as far as my other social media pages, everything is good. And we're gonna be talking about dating and stuff and the expectations and why women are always screaming, I don't need a man, all that good shit. We're gonna get into that. But before we do, I want to update y'all on what's been going on with me. I try to do that as often as possible because I fucking love y'all. Y'all support me. A lot of y'all have been with me since day one, so I have to update y'all on what's going on. Some of you guys may already know, but for those of you who don't know, I've made some changes with my podcast. First thing is, at first I was airing every other Saturday. I changed it. Y'all gonna see my motherfucking face every Saturday. You feel me? Every Saturday. So I had went on a hiatus probably about a month or two ago. And I had took 4 to 6 weeks off. I had a lot of stuff going on with my family, and I had a lot of stuff going on with me mentally or whatnot. So I had took a month off to just get myself together. And I'm back. I'm feeling good as fuck. So now it's time for me to work. Y'all about to put me to work. It's time for me to work. So y'all are going to be able to tune in every Saturday and see my motherfucking face. Every Saturday, okay? Another thing is, I always get people say, oh, you air your episode and 9 o'clock can be so late, blah, blah, sleep, woo, woo. I know. But just know that every time I air an episode, you can always catch it. It's going to be posted on my Facebook. It's going to be posted on my YouTube channel. I even show a little snippet and preview on my Instagram as well as my TikTok. So you can always go check out my last episode. Always. It's always going to be available for you. So yeah, just go ahead and, keep that in mind. But you're going to see me every motherfucking Saturday. Okay? Another thing is, for those of you who haven't noticed, maybe, usually when I'm on here, you may see like a little logo. You'll see my logo or whatnot. And then you may see what used to be my producer's logo on here or whatever. And you don't see that right now. The reason being is because I made the decision to part ways with my producer. I'm just basically gonna say we had 2 different views, and that happens. It's perfectly fine. It happens. It is what it is. So your girl back to working solo. Okay, I'm working solo. And a lot of you probably have so many questions like, man, what happened? What's going on? Because I was super excited. I did an episode talking about it. If you follow me, if you hear me, been listening to my videos on my audio versions, my audio clips on Spotify, Anchor, like I was geeked, when I first signed my contract with the producer. But unfortunately, I had to make some changes. Because I want my podcast to go a different direction. I have a certain flow, and I know what I want. So I had to make some changes. So with that being said, I felt as though it was best for me to stay solo at this present time, you know? And at first it was like, damn, really? Do I really want to do this? Do I have enough time to do this? But now I'm like, I can do this shit. This is something I want to do. This is my passion, and I'm serious about it. So that's probably why y'all don't see, anybody on here with me at the moment, or the logos at the bottom or whatnot like that, because your girl is working solo dolo, and it's okay. I do want to say, for anybody who is into like podcasting, or who's considering like creating their own podcast, I just want to let you know that come up with a plan and try your best to stick to it. It's okay if you have to make changes, but do what's best for you. At the end of the day, do what's best for you. Shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens. It's part of life. Shit happens. It is what it is. But try your very best to stay focused. Don't let anything distract you. If it's something you really want to do, you should be able to do it. You feel me? Like, you should be able to do it. A lot of times we not even just podcasters, but people in the music industry and so on, probably actors and actresses even, we get people in our ear trying to cut us a deal with something or help us out or whatever. When it sounds good for the moment, but then you're like, damn, I really don't want it that way though. I really want to do it this way. And that's okay. Speak up for yourself, especially us women. Speak up for yourself. You have to speak up for yourself. If it's something that you want to do, if it's something that you have your mindset on, then believe in yourself and move forward with it. Like, don't allow anybody to change your mind. You know what the fuck you want to do, so do it. You feel me? So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind, And if any of y'all got any questions or anything, y'all, you know what to do. Just hit me up. You feel me? Hit me up. But let's go ahead and get into it. So I told y'all we was going to talk about dating. Dating in 2022. I don't know how it was in 1989, 1999, and 2000 and shit like that. But dating now, like right now, yeah. Look, me and my homegirls be talking about this all the time, because personally, that first, y'all already know, I've been married, divorced, in a relationship, and then done with that. And so I'm out here single. You feel me? And I can honestly say dating is like an emotional roller coaster. It's constantly up and down, up and down. It has its perks. You got that moment where you just feel free and capable of doing any and absolutely everything. Then you have the moments where you just like, nah, man, like, I ain't really rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's definitely an emotional roller coaster. But I feel like dating it can be what you make it. But what I've noticed for myself is a lot of people don't understand that dating requires a lot of patience. And not just as far as dating like someone else or whatnot, but it requires a lot of patience with yourself. Because I would not suggest anyone to go into the dating field without working on themselves. Yeah. A lot of people have a hard time with that. And what I mean by that is, when I say working on themselves, I mean like really doing some inner work, shadow work. So when I first became single, it was just like, oh, I just want a boo. Like, maybe I just need a boo and stuff like that. And I remember my friends telling me, like, just, take some time out for yourself. Take some time out for yourself. You don't always, need to jump right into something or have a boo or try to get into a situation. Take some time out for yourself. And I did just that. It's been a year and a half. Woo. Okay. Totally grateful, definitely happy. Okay, don't get it twisted. But just taking time out for myself, getting to know me all over again. I'm no longer that person that I was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Hell, I'm not even that person I was 6 months ago. I'm not gonna even hold y'all up. So getting to know me is basically just dating me. Like I'm dating me. Um, and getting to know me is just that. It's getting to know me. Like what are my likes now? What are my dislikes? Um, taking myself out on dates, spending more time with myself, and seeing if I like me. Like, can I deal with me? Because if I can deal with me, then I know the next person who is for me will be able to deal with me. Those things are very important. Not only that, but when you're doing inner work, you have to concentrate and focus on your toxic traits. I know a lot of people don't like that. Toxic, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm perfect. I'm this. No, nobody's perfect. You know, I've talked about this before on previous episodes where I mentioned that I had some toxic traits. I did. I never used to take accountability for anything. I would play victim all the time. Um, Arguing was like a fucking hobby of mine. You feel me? Like, oh, you got me messed up. Da, da, da. Trying to, instead of having a healthy communication, like I wanted to argue. Like I felt like it was necessary. Like I want to yell and all this stuff. And that wasn't okay. That wasn't okay. So I made the decision to get into therapy and stick with therapy. Because a lot of people will sign up and start off with therapy and then feel like, oh, I'm good now. I don't need to continue with it. No, you have to stick with it. You have to stick with it and you have to be very consistent. You're constantly changing, you're constantly evolving, you're constantly learning new things about yourself. So it's very important that you be consistent when working on yourself. So sticking with therapy, journaling, and just focusing on my shadow work. So I'm not gonna say like, oh, now I'm just completely better. No, I still have my days. People still trigger me. The thing is, I respond differently now. I respond differently, and now that I respond differently, and I've noticed like I'm not as easily triggered. Like it may trigger me still, but I'm not as easily triggered, if that makes sense. I am able to come back to you. I may say, I need a minute because that triggered me. I didn't like the way you said that, but just give me a minute. I may say something like that and then come back to you, and I may be ready to have a conversation with you. So those type of things are very important. That's very important, and that's something I had to learn. Now, like I said, now I'm not perfect. So somebody can call me on the wrong day. I'm like, what? What you trying to say? Somebody I had a date. I went on a date on. He said, something like, who you talking to? I'm like, Chanel, cool out. So you just got to keep those things in mind when you're working on yourself. Another thing is when dating, try not to set high expectations. I just said no one's perfect. So try not to set high expectations on yourself or on the next person. We're human. We're learning. That person's journey is not your journey. So they may not respond the way that you do. You may not respond the way that they do. And that's okay. That's okay. And just because y'all done went on 1 or 2 dates, that doesn't mean that person is for you. Sometimes you may go on a date one time with a person, and that's that. And that person may realize then that you're not for them, or you may realize that they're not for you, and that's okay. It's a date. It's a date. Don't expect much from a date. You feel me? Like, don't do that. This is not a fairy tale thing. Everybody doesn't get that fairy tale story. We went on our first date and we knew right then and there, and now we're together type thing, and we're gonna live happily ever after. No. Sometimes you have to date. You have to date around. I've seen people post on social media like, I can't just date multiple people. I have to focus on one person. Everyone is different. Everyone is definitely different. I would highly suggest you date. If you're not married and you're completely single, I think you should date. So if you're a single man and you have women that you are attracted to that would like to spend time with you, date. You know, don't fully commit to one person. Like, no, I think that's what we mess up at. Date. That's just my personal opinion. Everyone may not agree, but I feel like you must date. The more you date, you'll learn a lot about yourself. Then you can pick and choose what you like. Like, oh, that guy is not for me, but I have fun with him. So you put that on your list. I enjoy having fun with him. I need somebody who can be outgoing and who wants to have fun. That that guy is a hardworking man. I'm not sure he's for me though, but he's very hardworking. Put that on your list. Hmm. I wanna make sure that my person is also very hardworking. You know, so I just feel like it's very important that you just date not only yourself, but date other people. Figure out what it is that you like, and you'll know when you find that person. Now, if you find someone that is for you, um, that you can say, you know what, this is who I want to focus on. Then it's time for you to sit down and have that conversation with that person, and make sure that you all have a mutual understanding. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a lot of people on here like, what? That's silly. You basically saying that this person should just go do this to that. I'm not saying go fuck on anybody. People get that messed up too nowadays. They feel like if you tell somebody, yeah, I dated I was dating Jonathan last month. Oh, you fucked on Jonathan? I did not say that. I dated. We went on a date. Dating does not mean fucking on. Keep that in mind too. Any guy that I have went on dates on, not all the guys gonna have that same conversation. It was just a date. Just because somebody offered to take me out on a date doesn't mean that he got the panties. It doesn't mean that. That means we went on a date, we had a good time, and that was that. Or we went on a date and I didn't care for him at all, and that was that. So I feel like that's our problem now with this generation. We either don't date at all, we either set high expectations on people, forgetting that we're all human, or we fuck instead of dating. Like, we avoid the dating realm and just go straight into fucking. And then we end up in situationships, our toxic, unhealthy relationships. So I'm pretty sure that's the problem. I'm pretty sure. Not trying to speak for everyone, but that's just what I believe. Um, Another thing is, this used to be me. I used to say, I don't need a man. Like, I could take care of my bills. I raise my kids just fine. I don't need a man, and I notice now we have a lot more women saying that. I've heard a few guys, but I hear a lot more of us women, especially Black women, yelling, I don't need a man. I could do this by myself. I'm independent. I got this. Let's try to change that up a little bit. Let's say I don't need a man who's gonna lie to me. I don't need a man who's gonna cheat. I don't need a man that's inconsiderate. But let's not say I don't need a man, because in actuality, we need each other, y'all. Yeah, we need our men. Us Black women, we need our Black men. Us Black men, y'all Black men, y'all need y'all Black women. You feel me? Like, we need each other. And then, let me not even just put race out there. Like, we just need each other in general. You do. Like, you do. Companionship, like, we're meant for that. Like, we're meant for that. So I'm not saying that you need somebody to, like, pay your bills, take care of you, and do all this extra stuff. No, you probably good. You probably set. But wouldn't it be nice to have somebody that's on your team? Somebody that, they got your back, that say, baby, you good? I bet I already fixed that for you. You ain't got to worry about it. I bet, here you go. Here's your meal. I bet I already packed your lunch. Like, wouldn't it be good? So I just really want us to stop putting in the air, the atmosphere, that we don't need each other, because we do. Yeah. And that was something I had to work on with myself. I had to stop fucking saying that. I don't need a man for anything, because I'm not gonna lie, bitch got stressed out. My car was acting crazy and kids was getting on my nerves. I'm like, oh goodness. Oof. Yeah, I don't need those type of men. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the type that I've had before. I need me. I would like me a good man. You know, that type of thing. And I think a lot of times when we hear that, we instantly just get triggered by the word need, because and growing up or in our household families or whatnot, we've been told you don't depend on nobody. You don't have to need no, you don't need, you just need to be black and that and all this other stuff. You don't need, but no, we do need each other. We do. We need each other. And it's not always about like sex, as far as just like the needs with that, but just like you know, don't you, if you've ever experienced having a male best friend, like having that person there to share stories with, you know, connect with on that level, to give you advice from a male perspective, you needed that. You know, you needed that. Or just a connection you have may have experienced with like your first love or a guy or whatnot. And even if it didn't work out, you know, but that connection, it changed you, it helped you, you know. So like we do need each other. We do. You know, we got to stop being so mad and like hating and, you know, trying to prove a point all the time. It's not necessary. We need the fuck out of each other. For real, we do. We need each other. For real. We definitely need the fuck out of each other. Like, man, like I do need that. I need that support. I need that support from my black men. I need that. You know. I really feel like if we get out that mindset of just always thinking that we have to fight, or that we have to be against one another, I think we'll be fine. I know we'll be fine. I absolutely know that. So that's my opinion when dating. You know, those are the things I feel as though is a problem right now in dating in 2022. Because it ain't no motherfucking joke. You're gonna have some good ones and you're gonna have some bad ones, but they're supposed to like help you. You know, like if so, to anyone that's in their dating season, their single season, continue working on yourself. And if you haven't been working on yourself, you should start. You know, start pouring into you. Definitely pouring into you. Taking yourself out on dates, treating yourself the way you want somebody else to treat you. And then speaking kind words to yourself. And see how that changes. See how that changes your mindset. See what that attracts. You just never know. You know, it'll become like a habit, then it'll become a lifestyle. Then all of a sudden you're attracting nothing but good ass vibes, positive vibes, and the love that you've been, you know, manifesting this entire time. So we should definitely try that. For anybody that have any questions, you know, please feel free to hit me up if you have questions. All right, if y'all want a part 2 to this, and feel free, we can talk again about this. I could do a part 2. Shit, I don't care. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? We can definitely do that. Hit me up. Let me know. And if you disagree with what the fuck I just said, tell me. You know, tell me. You know, I don't see how, but you know, people do it. They gonna disagree, I guess. But yeah, just let me know. So that's just what I think. As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Every Saturday, you're gonna see me here. You're gonna see my face every fucking Saturday. Okay? Y'all see, I was laid back today. I was laid back. See, I ain't even got no smoke. I ain't drink today. I was ready. Like, different vibe today. I was actually busy running the fuck around today. You know what I'm saying? But just know I will see y'all next Saturday again. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. And I'll see y'all soon. All right. Peace.